pray for, every night and every day for. You give it all, then you give more. That's good for footy.
Wow. Good evening, everyone. How are you? Welcome to the Village Green Hotel for the 2019 Post-Grand Final show. It's a Richmond show. Go figure. Welcome to That's Good for Footy. We are a live and interactive footy panel show. Here is where the fans meet the players and the players meet the fans. In 2019, we've done 38 shows with 57 current day players, 7 AFL legends, all in front of a live audience of over 4,500 people. So thank you to everyone. Thank you for all the fans who attended the shows. Let's get on with this one. What do you reckon? All right. Please welcome to the show then. He's our first panellist. It's his birthday in 29 days. He was born on the 31st of October 1988. He has played a total of 262 games and kicked 631 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2007 when he plays for the Richmond Football Club. He wears 2 premiership medals around his neck and the number 8 on his back. Please welcome to the stage, Jack Riewoldt.
Away from Tigerland, a fighting fury, we're from Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with a grin, risking head and skin. If we're behind then never mind, we'll fight and win, for we're from Tigerland.
We got another guy. We don't want him being out the back. He'll get all lonely out there, so we need him to be out here. Cheers to Jack. Hey, nice to have you on the show, mate. And you had a swig. You're all...
It's Carlton draft. Might have a special little auction item coming up later on.
Ooh.
Someone went to the Carlton draft factory this afternoon.
Watch this space. Let's see what happens. Our second panellist. It's his birthday in 29 days as well. He was born on the 31st of October 1992. He's played a total of 156 games and kicked a total of 317 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2011. When he plays for the Richmond Football Club, he wears a premiership medal around his neck and the number 19 on his back. Please welcome to the stage, Tom Lynch.
Away from Tigerland,
All right, get into
a fighting fury, we're from Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with a grin, risking head and skin. If we're behind then never mind, we'll fight and win, for we're from Tigerland. We never weaken till the final siren's gone. Like the tiger of old, we're strong and we're bold, for we're from Tiger, yellow and black, we're from Tigerland.
Thanks to everyone for getting involved in that. I was just saying to the boys, have a look around at this. This is gold. This is fantastic. You are the best supporters in the land. Unbelievable. I remember we did a show, it was called Meet Your Gun, You Recruit. It was in about December of last year. Remember that one?
That was us too, yeah. I think we were in the other room though.
Exactly.
Yep.
And the point was, you came in and we sat down, we had a little bit of a chat, and I said, Tom's going to rock up shortly. And he goes, oh, mate, he's a unit. And I went, yeah, he's a big boy. And you went, yeah, he's a unit. And he came in and he shook my hand. That was back in December. Wow, I went. And now I said to you back then, have you got used to the Richmond, sort of culture? Have you understood the theme song yet? And your answer to that, or your response, was, I'm getting my head around it and I'm starting to learn the words. Which I think is fantastic, because now you'd be able to nearly recite it backwards.
Yeah, I've definitely got used to it. It's been amazing, the Tiger Army. I knew we were a big club, and when I was coming, they were amazing fans, but it's even better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, good. And yes, I'm sure it is.
Looking at Swan Street, geez, that looked crazy Saturday. Was anyone there? Everyone was there.
Who was throwing the flares? Anyone? All I did was someone was throwing raw chickens as well.
Really?
That's it.
That's an interesting take on it. Okay. Let's move into the line of questioning, because what a September to remember.
Oh yeah, September to remember.
Wow. I want to start off with this. It seems like a bit of a catchphrase, but the Tigers have won their 12th premiership. What do you guys think about that? Has it sunk in? Is it like is it much different than 2017 for you, Jack? Is it just as an amazing experience as it was then as it is now?
Yeah, it is. It's a bit of a different experience, actually. I've probably done a little bit more reflecting and enjoying the time with the guys, everyone that obviously, but especially the guys that hadn't played in a premiership. So like the big fella here, and seeing what it means to them, and yeah, really enjoying it with them. So it's been a bit chaotic the last sort of few days. I mean, we sort of have goes crazy really for 2 days after the granny. Then we had our end of season drinks straight into the B&F yesterday, and it's starting to sort of sink in now. And then tomorrow we go into a 7.5 hour signing session for memorabilia. So it's sort of good to sort of sit back and smell the roses a little bit, because there's so much other stuff that comes with winning the flag. So it's good to sit down and have a yak and relive the special parts of what was a pretty good game.
Absolutely, bloody good game. I wanted to just ask you, Tom, because as I said when we met in December, there was a question that I'd posed to you, and wouldn't it be wonderful if Richmond actually won the flag? And you have. What's it feel like for you? For you personally, it's well documented. Everyone knows you came to the club. It was one of your biggest dreams and aspirations to win a flag. You've done it.
Yeah, it's still a bit it's still a bit surreal, to be honest. But it was after the game we had a sort of family function at the Pullman, and to be there with the family and put my medal around my old man's neck, and I've never seen him so happy. He's normally pretty measured and not sort of too emotional and things like that. But he was so happy and so excited. So for me, that there's been just the year's been full of so many highlights. But that was really, I sort of sat back and thought, how good's this?
Beautiful, excellent, love it, very, very nice. At round 13, please. At round 13, you guys were outside the 8 with 7 wins and 6 losses and multiple injuries. People were starting to write you off. A lot of recognition needs to go to Barmy and to the coaching staff and the fitness staff.
What for?
I think that...
Mate, he does absolutely nothing at the club.
Well, I think it's nice to bring up his name, and then we start to talk about him in that spirit. But the coaching staff and the fitness staff are amazing down at the Richmond Football Club because of what they've been able to do to get all you boys back on the deck and take you through to what's now happened.
Yeah, you're right. We were $17 at that point to win the flag. I know a couple of...
Did someone have one?
Yeah, a couple of people have jumped on board, my cousin being one of them.
Did he really?
And Revolt, he's been pumping our tyres up for a while. But you're right, the fitness staff have done a phenomenal job. And it's also the fact that you can get a bit jumpy as a coach, I reckon, when guys are nearly ready to go and you want to sort of pull the trigger on them. Then the ability to say, oh, no, hang on, we're gonna pull back. So there was a game when we played Adelaide and we lost, but Edwards was injured, Cochin was injured, and obviously myself and Rancy were injured, and Curvis was injured, but Edwards and Cochin were 50-50, and they sort of said, oh, hang on, let's play the long game here and not risk them, and those sort of decisions that the coaching staff back the fitness staff in puts us in a really strong position and a trustworthy position that we know we're going to get it right when we need to get it right.
Brilliant, excellent. You've both got beers in your hand. I'm going to read this out. 89-point winners, 17-12, 114 to 3-7-25 final score. The opponents equals 6-time lowest ever score in a grand final. Cheers. Probably heard that 1,000 times too. You've always had some good movers down at Punt Road, but straight off the set of Dancing with the Stars was Marlon Pickett. 22 disposals, 1 goal. He's very laconic, Jack. I've heard it be described that he's got that mannerism and style of Andrew McLeod, being very laconic. He seems to kick like a gazelle nearly. How amazing has his evolution coming onto the scene and getting to play in a grand final? First one.
Well, I think Dustin probably summed it up as well. There's probably not many better footies in story than what Marlon Pickett does. Bloody hell, he could win the Brownlow next year. He's that good.
That's good.
He's so bloody good. And
wow.
It was a really brave decision to pick him in the grand final because it could have been, Jack Ross has played a handful of games for from the outside, it's sort of like a like for like. But Marlon's an extremely special player, and he'd been playing really good footy. He was really, really good in the grand final in the VFL the week before, and there was a pretty sort of strong push from a few senior guy players to get him in, and the coach made the really educated and bold decision to pick him.
Beautiful, excellent. What I wanted to say was just like Jack Graham did in his first grand final, he now becomes a Richmond Life member. That's not bad, is it? First grand final, Richmond Life member, you take that. Hindsight versus foresight. We had Gregor on the show last week. I was talking to him. Gregor was selfless in making his decision about his retirement at the time. Now look what's happened, because what a great story.
That's a load of shit.
You reckon it is? He was quite adamant it wasn't shit.
He still got paid his full wage and he didn't have to turn up to work.
Yeah, well, that's not the bellies.
Now he's working at the Cats. Far out, eh?
Well, there you go. There's a story in every football story. Now, Tom, every game for 2019, and then with 2 goals in a grand final and a little red cart full of apples. It's been a very interesting couple of days for you, hasn't it? But I do want to just allude to the fact that when there was so much speculation. Will Tom Lynch play? Will he play round 1? Will Tom Lynch play round 1? That's all we heard, leading into round 1. Then you go ahead and you play the whole season. You play every game. You end up with 2 goals in a grand final, and the next thing we see you with a straw hat and a little red cart full of apples. Do you want to explain, if there may be some people in the room that are not familiar with why you turned up like that?
Obviously, speculation that if was going to move from Gold Coast, and obviously Richmond was talked about, and they sort of asked Rancy, and he said, I'm not sure if we want to upset the apple cart by bringing him in. So, I thought it'd just be good time to have a bit of a joke, a bit of funny. So
it is. Did you all enjoy that?
Yeah.
Good on you, mate. I thought it was wonderful. I love it. Very nice tongue-in-cheek. Let's talk about the serious stuff. Dusty with another Norm Smith medal. Unbelievable. 22 disposals, 4 goals. The guy's just an absolute freak. He's a star.
Yeah, he's just a bloody good player on a bloody good stage. He just gets it done. He impacts around the ball. 22 touches is probably a bit down on his average, but he just hits the scoreboard when we need him to. He's going to. And I don't say this very lightly. He could end up being the greatest player ever to wear this jumper at this football club.
Wow, it's not a rash statement, I understand. I said last week to Gregor and Higgins that if there's anyone that loves the big stage and will come out to play, because there was speculation, there was a lot of innuendo. Jack was pretty down on the form. What was it? I saw one of the headlines was Jack's lost his Mr. Brightside, or whatever some kind of crap that was out there with that one. But I said he'll come out and play. He'll play outside of himself. And it will be the Jack of old. Congratulations, Jack Riewoldt. 5 goals, 1 in a grand final. Well done, seriously. Bloody awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
You do love the stage, which is hence the reason I think I've had you on these shows about 15 times now.
Yeah. No, I do.
Yeah. We can leave it at that if you want.
I just like sometimes the ball falls your way, and sometimes it bounces the wrong way, and bounce the right way a few times.
Or you just mark everything that comes at you.
That too, it was good. I think between the two of us, funny, one of us will hopefully get a hold of someone every week now, whether it's Tom or whether it's me. At least one of us gets a hold of him, kicks a sneaky bag. So the big fella played all right the week before, and bloody did his job on the weekend again.
Absolutely. Richmond fans, how excited are you? You knew this was going to happen. This is what you dreamt of, was to have these 2 guys playing as forwards in the forward line for the Richmond Football Club. They went out and did their job. They both kicked a 7 between them, and you've won the flag. I mean, bloody awesome. Well done. There is a term called icing on the cake, and I just wanted to talk about this with Kochi, because Kochi kicked a goal with 2:13 left on the clock in the final quarter. Kochi had been a bit of a whipping boy in the media back in 2016 after coming off a few losses over that period. People were pretty scathing on social media, as they are. So much so that at the time, Brooke even stepped out and she said a few words of encouragement towards Trent, her husband. Testament to his character, instead of it getting him down, he refocused, he just let his footy do the talking. His physical presence silenced his critics, and now he's a two-time premiership captain. We talk about game-changing or defining moments. His tackle on Rhys Stanley the week before against Geelong, his little tap-on in that game when he tackled Ablett on the boundary line and just kicked it forward. What he did then, and then he had another ferocious tackle on Mummy, grand final. I mean, those are pivotal moments. You just made a point then about the ball bouncing the wrong way. Look at Stevie Milne, 2010. There are stories like that. Trent Cotchin is a game changer. He's a great captain for the Richmond Football Club, and what he's able to do and stand resolute is just testament to his character. I'd really love it. Everyone put your hands together. Kochi, brilliant. Seriously. There's a lot of talk around 2 premierships in 2 weeks. The club is so united as a group. All the players from the VFL came out in their Richmond Guernseys at the end of the game. It was fantastic. You are that united, aren't you?
Yeah, well, that was really special. It was, it's obviously 22 get to run out, but it is the whole club and it takes everyone. And to win 2 in 2 weeks is amazing. And to be honest, I couldn't believe how quick Stacky got out there. Jack and Dusty were next to each other, and I've sprinted over there, and I reckon he beat me to him.
Well, I loved that you guys went and did it the week before out at Icon Park, that's what it's now called, where you boys all went out there and went and put your arms around and embraced everybody, the team on that win. Every Richmond player that has been on the show since 2017 has preached the same mantra. We all know our role and we all know our strengths. Not a truer word has been spoken.
Pretty simple philosophy.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. No,
it
we
wins
just
your premierships.
Yeah, we just play. We play a really good brand of footy. I hope you guys really enjoy the way we play because we're pretty bold.
Do you? Do you enjoy the?
It's funny. I had a chat to Jared Waitley on 360 on Monday about. I asked him. I said, "What was it like calling the game?" Because obviously, halfway through the third quarter,
good question. Yeah,
most of us knew that the game was probably going to go our way, and he said that it's the way Richmond play and the way we play. Made it still quite easy to call because you look at the moments like Kochi's goal is a fantastic moment from that, but even the pressure, the defensive element, the backline guys, intercept marks, spoils, that sort of stuff makes what is a pretty sort of one-sided game of footy actually still be okay to call and okay to watch. So I'm really proud of the way we play because we play a real fun game of footy, one that we really enjoy being a part of.
Great. I love it. That is really good. Yeah. What also has been fabulous for the club is the belief from the people behind the scenes to allow you boys to really focus on what's important to you, and that's your football. Bit of a play on words there because back in September 2016, Focus on Footy had stepped into the limelight. The group which was formed to overthrow or at least create a leadership spill against Peggy. But she and then Brendan stood tall. They backed Dimmer in, got hold of Barmy in 2017, stole him from Collingwood, and now Richmond is yellow on black, strong and bold. So
seriously, Barmy does nothing. Lynchy, back me up on this. I swear on my life, Barmy's got a computer on his desk, and it has not been like a laptop. He would not have opened it in 3 years.
Right, okay.
It's not even plugged in, is it? It just sits there.
All right, I'll stop talking about Barmy then. But I still reckon he was a good coup. Footy clubs have great stories. Dusty could have left the Tigers. Jack, you had your run-ins with the media. I remember you down at Richmond Station one time. That was bloody funny. Who would have thunk you are now so heavily ensconced in it? But Alex went down. Grimesy stepped up. Now everyone's talking about a possible dynasty.
Yes.
Yeah. It really is.
I didn't know that a dynasty was 3 premierships until the last couple of days. I started reading. I was like, oh yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
We're just enjoying this one at the moment.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And so you should. I only thought it was a television show back in the 80s, so that's as much as I knew. Mad Monday celebrations, how'd that go? Who was best on ground? Give us a little bit of insight.
Dave Ashbury's kit was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, right.
Who was best on ground? Shorty was pretty good. Yeah.
What did you think, Tom? What did you take from it?
It was just such a fun day. It was just a sort of, as I said, we spent a lot of time with the family Saturday night and stuff like that, which I made a bit of a conscious effort to do that because I thought I'll be sick of the boys by the end of the week if I stay with them around too much. But it was just good fun just to get together and just a playing group. And I think everyone just had good to spend time with each other. And I don't know. Off the top of my head, not too sure, but Dave Asprey, can't believe he shaved his head for that. I thought it was a wig when he first rocked up, and
It's full on, and the Johnny Howard bowl.
Dan Butler went to extreme lengths as well. He was Eminem.
Yeah.
He bleached his hair white. That's the sort of effort that I really appreciate. Yeah.
People that just go the extra
Thomas's
mile.
kid as well. Tom's kid, I loved his kid.
Yeah.
Nations was pretty funny.
So...
Yeah. Share, please.
This bloke, he's the biggest pest, Paddy Nash. But he's one of those characters that you build a football club around. So he always gets on us about being the Twin Towers, and he just walks around and like, somehow we would be doing something together. He'd be go, they're the Twinnies. Look at them, the Twinnies. So he dressed up as me and Lynchy, and he had a jumper. He had a little number 8 on one side and a 19 on the other side, and then stupid shit. Like Lynchy wears mouthguard and I don't. So he had a half-cut mouthguard on the Lynchy side. Lynchy must have taped his game in one. He's taped his wrist in one game, so he had one wrist taped, and a knee, and he just.
And then he had Asics boots, Nike boots. The Asics was Soldo, so about size 16.
Yeah.
And he's like, his feet would have been that sore, I reckon.
That's commitment to the cause.
Yeah, he's a great kid. He's a great kid. He's going to be a good player for us too.
That's excellent. Well done. Excellent. And whilst we're talking about medals being awarded, let's talk about the Jack Dyer, which was announced last night. Congratulations to a most deserving winner in Dion Prestia. I actually had a Dion Prestia and Josh Caddy on the show about, I reckon it was 2.5 months ago. And even at that stage, I was calling it early, just going, this guy has just had a blinder season. And he just kept getting better and better and better. And he was a ball magnet. I said to Dion way back before you actually come to the club, how nice would it be when you're going to be handing it lace out to Tom Lynch? And he goes, mate, it'll be a dream come true. And now he's doing it. I mean, and he did. Both the Geelong game and the Richmond game, as he did all year. It must be lovely just to get that kind of delivery.
Oh, yeah. I was so happy for Dan. It was, obviously, every wins is well-deserved, but he's definitely well-deserved. And he really held the midfield up during that sort of early in the middle stage of when we had a few out. Kochi, Shane Edwards was out for a little bit and things like that. So, he just got... every game he's playing better and better and better, and he... I don't reckon he dropped a vote in the last half of the year. He just kept on getting 5 votes, which, super stoked for him. It was great.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've had some, it'd be remiss not to suggest it, but I don't want to go and leave names out. But when you talk about what Dylan Grimes has done for the club this year, he's an amazing talent, that boy. And Basher Hawley, what an individual there as well. And you could go on and on. It really is quite silly just to bring up a couple of names, but your backline's been formidable. Your on-ballers have been fantastic. And then we've got the 2 forwards from the Richmond Football Club here tonight. So all I wanted to say in closing is I was hoping this would be the case, so Richmond would win the flag, because then I could see this many people at a That's Good for Footy panel show. And
how many Giants fans would have turned up if you had one?
Oh, yeah. Did you see there was a meme of there was a school bus, one of those yellow ones they have in America, and they said it was the GWS supporters bus, which I thought was quite cute because it was a compact one, not bad at all. But ladies and gentlemen, whilst you have the chance, put your hands together for Tom Lynch and Jack Riewoldt. They, as part of the team, have won the 2019 Premiership flag. Well done. All right, what we actually now want to do, we want to get, this is going to be hard, this is going to be really hard, but we're looking for 2 kids, all right? We want 2 kids. And I need Sandy to actually, you've picked one already? All right. Jacoby and Indy, nice to have you both here. Welcome to the show. How are you feeling?
Good.
Good? Indy?
Good.
Yeah, all right.
Very good.
Not nervous at all. Just get on with it, Damien, before I faint. All right, what we're going to do, we're going to introduce a segment. It's called Simply the Best.
You're simply the best.
All right, I need to keep these questions and answers very close to me because Jack's quite good at cheating, if you know what I mean, by looking over my shoulder and finding
Being
out what's
educated.
going on, you know? So you two are going to be helping them, but I'm guessing they're going to know most of the answers, you know? So we're going to see how we go with this. This is called Simply the Best. Richmond played 4 games from round 23 to the grand final. Who were the clubs that you played? No? You boys can help?
Do we know who we played in who are the last 4 games?
Indy? Is Tom helping? How'd he go?
Well, we'll
Spit it out.
We'll go this one.
Yeah?
Who do we play on the weekend?
Collingwood.
Indy,
No.
who do we play
Going
on the
just
weekend?
as I thought it would.
Nearly.
Yeah? What do you think, Indy?
GWS.
GWS.
GWS, yes. Excellent.
Who did we beat before GWS?
Can you remember who they played the week before that? Scream out an answer. Yep. Cats, all right.
There we
and
go.
we'll go for one more. What's the other team that you would have played? The last 4 games. You played them twice. Lions.
Brisbane. There we go.
Well, all right, okay. Yes, you got it.
Good start.
You boys are going to have to probably answer for the kids and we'll just give them the prize.
Perfect.
All right. We'll see how this goes. How many supporters did the Richmond Football Club have at the end of the 2017 season, boys?
103,000.
No, 2017
17.
season.
Oh, 2017. Oh, well, that's before everyone jumped on the bandwagon.
So how many do you reckon it'd be?
75,000.
That'll do, 75,000. Well done. All right, there's your, keep that as a score paddle. So that you can keep score because everyone's so captivated they're going to lose their minds here. How many votes did Dusty poll on the Brownlow this year?
23.
23 is correct. Well done. Turn that over. You've now got 2 points. How many people attended the 2019 AFL Grand Final?
1,367.
No.
A little bit more than that.
100,000.
No.
100,000.
Your answer was 100,000 and
300.
14.
100,014. You've now got 3 points. Well done. How many players are dual Brownlow medalists?
At the club or
No, just in general. How many players are now dual Brownlow medalists? No. How many players are dual Norm Smith medalists?
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. How many players are dual Norm Smith medalists? 4 is correct. For a bonus point, well done, Indy. Can you name them?
Dustin.
Yes.
Andrew McLeod.
Yes.
Luke Hodge.
Yes.
Gary Ayres.
Gary Ayres, well done. Have another point, Indy, and you whack one on for yourself. Who kicked the first goal in the 2019 AFL Grand Final?
Jeremy Cameron.
Correct. There you go. One more point. I received 28 votes and came third in the 2019 Rising Star Award. Who am I?
Sydney.
Sydney Stack. Well done. There's another point. Who had 14 kicks, 12 handballs and 26 disposals for the Richmond Football Club in the 2019 Grand Final?
Dion.
No.
Basher.
Basher it is. Well done. How many premierships has the Richmond Football Club now won?
I can get this right this time. 12.
12, all
I was
right.
nowhere near it last time.
Fantastic. Who kicked the first goal in the grand final for Richmond?
Dustin. I kicked it to him. I was trying to kick it Lynchy. Went over his head.
Dustin's right. Another point for you. Well done. I injured myself in round 1 of the 2019 season. Who am I?
Alex.
Alex Rance.
All right, there you go. You can both have a point for that because you look like you're both ready to spit it out. I played only 14 games of footy for the Richmond Football Club in 2019 due to hamstring injuries. Who am I?
Trent Cotchin.
Correct. Well done. Flip it over again. You're going well here, Jacoby. He's enjoying himself. He's got a little jig going on. In 2019, I had the most kicks, most handballs and most disposals for the Richmond Football Club.
Dion.
Who am I? Dion Prestia, correct. There you go, Indy. I kicked 63 goals for the Richmond Football Club in season 2019. Who am I?
Oh,
Who do you reckon?
I don't know.
Jacoby, who do you think?
Tom Lynch.
Yeah! All right. Well done.
Good job, mate.
Good on you, champ. I laid a bump on Jack Viney in round 6, and after the game, I referred to myself as Byron Pickett. Who am I?
He did refer to himself as Byron Pickett.
when? What? In the post-match?
Yeah, he referred to himself as Byron Pickett.
So well, Stacky.
It is Stacky.
Yeah.
Well done. Another point. I won the Norm Goss medal in the VFL Grand Final. Who am I?
Marlon Pickett.
There you go. Well done. I famously said my heart is pumping at 1,000 minutes per second. Who am I?
Oh my God.
Jack.
I was up there that night on the stage.
podium,
I
yeah.
interviewed him.
Yeah.
Fair dinkum. I should have seen the signs then.
In 2010, I made the statement that the Richmond Football Club would be striving to achieve the Winning Together plan. This plan was to deliver the club's 11th premiership with 3 finals appearances and include 1 top 4 finish, have 0 debt and 75,000 members by 2014. Who am I?
The Chief.
The Chief. That's it, Benny Gale. The last time Richmond debuted in a grand final, the last time a Richmond player debuted in a grand final was in 1920. The player was Billy James. This was the one and only game that he ever played, as he blew his foot off in a shooting incident shortly after the grand final. Is this true or false?
It's true.
It is true. How's that? One game in a grand final, only game he ever played, never played again. What do we finish up with? A score of? You got another point on that one.
Oh.
Yeah, 8. Flip
8.
it over. Don't go backwards. Yes, good. 8 versus, hold it up. Show everyone out there. Yeah, there you go. Well done. We got
Beautiful.
2 winners. What's actually happened, we'll say it was 13 for you, all right? And you've scored 8. We're going to give you $5 for every answer that you got right. So you've just won $40, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which is not bad, is it? And you've just won $65.
Oh, well done.
Wow, now he's smiling. All right. Congratulations. Thank you, Indy. Thank you, Jacoby. Make your way back down to your seats.
You all right
Thank
to
you
go
very
back that way?
Yes.
Sandy
Sandy might
might
look
need
after
you.
you. Thank you very much for participating.
Good on you guys.
Leave your paddles on the stage. I hope you have enjoyed the experience. Give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. All right. I'll take Jacoby's 2. That'll be fine. Well done. Thanks, kids. All right. What we want to do now, we want to get some other people in the room involved in another segment. We're looking for 5 people that know the Richmond club song. Okay. So what you 6 lovely people down the front are going to be doing, you're actually going to be singing the Richmond club song. Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to lead you in with about 3 seconds of it, all right? Then you have to take over. And then all these people are going to see whether you're any good at it or not, all right? Let's hear it, Sam. Come on, Zach.
Oh, we're from Tigerland. A fighting fury, we're from Tigerland.
We know we're from Tigerland. Whenever we can till the final siren's gone. Like the tiger of old, we're strong and we're bold. Oh, we're from Tiger, yellow and black. Oh, we're from Tigerland.
Oh, we're from Tigerland.
A fighting fury, we're from Tigerland.
Oh, we're from Tigerland.
A fighting fury, we're from Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with a grin. Hey, risking head and chin. Hey, we're behind and never mind, we'll fight and win.
Oh, we're from Tigerland. A fighting fury, we're from Tigerland. In any weather you will see us with a grin. Hey!
Well done to all
We're
of
on
you so
thin ice
far.
here, Damien, I reckon.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
One more version, I reckon.
One more?
Yeah.
This is going to be Brody's one, and this is it. You reckon this will be the killer one?
I reckon he'll be the winner.
Oh, whoa! Jack's going early. Brody, you got a number on your back. Let's see how you go.
Oh, we're from Tigerland. Oh, fight a few, we're from Tigerland. In every way you see us with a grin. Hey, rich in head and skin. Hey, we're behind, we'll never mind. We'll fight and win. Oh, we're from Tigerland. Whenever we get to the final, siren's gone. Like the tiger ball, we're strong and bold. Oh, we're from Tigerland.
There's a bit of Mr. Brightside about that.
How the hell do you do that?
Just pick 'em.
You
I
just pick 'em, don't you?
Yeah.
Is it a characteristic in their
It's just a
personality?
musical gene I've got in my body that I can see. People just...
You got a sixth sense for that sort of thing.
Exactly.
That was quite amazing. All right. Brody, looks like you've won, mate. Congratulations. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pass this to the lovely Sandra because you've won a magnificent, and I'll actually show it to everyone first before I hand it over. One sec. All I wanted to do very quickly is just go through this memorabilia that is looked after by Sandy the Framing Queen. If you've got Richmond jumpers, because I'm sure a lot of you have, that want to get them framed, get onto Sandy because she'll look after you. Get onto her Facebook page, which is facebook.com the Framing Queen. All right, and Sandy will look after you. She's done some wonderful work throughout the year, and she's even looked after quite a few of the football. Oh, heck, so that's always going to sound wrong, regardless where I go with that. So leave it at that. Thanks to the Big Picture people for their support throughout 2019. The Comics Lounge, Hamper World, the Cheesecake Shop, Burley Seacombe, 3D Mini League and Oscarts. You've all been wonderful. This was our last show for 2019 in the current format, but we'll be going around and doing Richmond shows. I told you at the start, keep an eye on the Facebook page or the website because we will be doing more Richmond shows and you never know who we could get on them. So that's all I want to say. So remember to keep your eye out on the That's Good for Footy Facebook page in the off-season. We'll be doing some regional shows as well in and around Melbourne during November and December this year, as well as shows in February 2020. 2020, it's got a kind of a ring to it, hasn't it? Great vision and sight, 2020, before next year's home and away season commences. But the only way you'll find out, as I said, is to get it onto the Facebook page. All I wanted to do now is just say thanks to really a few people, but firstly is to you people. The Richmond Army. You're part of an organisation that is huge. 103,000 members this year. You've won 2 premierships and let's hope that you get the dynasty by going into it in 2020. Thank you to all the supporters that came along to the Richmond shows throughout the year. You've all been wonderful. Come along and support us next year. We'll get some more awesome talent on. I also now just wanted to say thanks to Sam, my audio guy. Sam does a wonderful job throughout the year. You're a champion. Thank you to the gorgeous Sandy. She looked after 380 odd people that are in here tonight and they all came through. You brought raffle tickets. Sandy looks after, she's got the most pleasant nature and she's a wonderful girl. When she's not doing the framing, she's flying. So if you see her on Virgin and you ask for an upgrade, she'll give you one, all right? I'm sure she will. And lastly, all I wanted to do now is just thank 2 really wonderful individuals from the Richmond Football Club. Firstly, Tom Lynch. Congratulations on everything that's happened in your life journey so far. There's so much more of a story to tell, but I'm so happy for where it started. And let's see, it just goes heaps further from here. So congratulations, well done. And you're not the little red apple cart boy to me, all right? You're bloody awesome, great to have you there. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, this champion, Jack Rewell. I don't want to embarrass you in any way, but I loved the grand final day parade, you sharing it with Poppy, and your wife was on somebody's shoulders, and it was a beautiful moment, and I know that would have, in everything that you did throughout the week and what you've done in your career, that was probably one of the highlights for you, because I know how much that would have meant. So wonderful that you got to share it with your daughter and your beautiful wife, and that's it from me. That was just bloody wonderful. Congratulations to the Richmond Football Club. You've all been wonderful. My name's Damien. Thank you and good night. Cheers, everyone.
Forget about the heartbreaks, the agony and heartaches. You give it all for the game's sake, and that's good for footy. And this is what you pray for every night.